Oh man, I've done like a few videos and I'm on, I've still not discovered the intro yet. Definitely need an intro. What is poppin', everybody? Welcome to a new tattoo tips video. Now, this video is going to be what everybody wants to know. How much does a tattoo artist make? This video, guys, is going to serve to show you or to inform you that tattoo artists really aren't as rich as you think we are, and I'm going to explain why we're not as rich as you think we are. Also, this video will serve for anybody wanting to get into the tattoo industry because they have some misconception that they are going to be absolutely rolling, making bank, lines of cocaine on weekends, coming to work, pissed out your head, still been able to do a mint job. You know, all those misconceptions that you see in films, on TVs and stuff like that, alright? So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, I have my notes, and I will try and get through this as quickly and as cleanly as possible. There is some math involved, so what are we doing? Right, we are going to base this around 2 full working days or a full week of walk-in work in a average to moderately busy tattoo studio. I've done it this way, so it basically is an even keel across the board between walk-ins and full days. I must stress that this is all subjective. What I mean by that is the average day rate is subjective to where you are in the world, okay? It's subjective to where you live, it's subjective to how many artists are around you, it is subjective to how many studios are in your area, it's subjective to the area of where you are working. You may not be working in a thriving area, okay? You may have to charge a lower amount for tattoos because the area that you're working in, people just aren't going to be able to afford it, and you're just not going to make any money that way from a walk-in basis anyway. Now, I'm in the UK, and this is my knowledge on what I've picked up over the years of tattooing in this beautiful industry of ours, and this is just what I believe. These are all my thoughts based on what I know. Please keep in mind, I keep saying it, but please keep in mind this is subjective to multiple factors across the board. So, say we have your 2 clients a week, or your full week's work of walk-ins. We charge those 2 clients £400 each for those day sittings. That equates to £800 per week. Now, we take that 800 that we have just earned from that week, and we times that by 52, since that's how many weeks there are over the year, and that takes your grand total to 41,600 per year. Now, already you're thinking, wow, 41 grand, that's a hell of a lot of money. That's a lot more money than I'm earning at the moment. But bear with me. Now, 41,600 is your base earnings before anything at all. So have that figure in your mind. And now we've got a figure. Now what we need to take out of that is our studio percentage. Now, the majority of studios around the UK that I know of take, on average, around 50% of your total earnings, period, right? There is no bargaining with it, it's 50-50. Again, you may find a studio that is a lot more forgiving on that cut, and it might be 70-30, 60-40, whatever, but for the purpose of this video, we will go on a 50-50 basis, since that is what majority of the studios that I've worked in and that I've guested in seem to charge. So now that takes your 41,600 down, all right, cut in half, just like that, to 20,800 per year. So you may have earned that 41k, but straight away, slash straight through, you're at 20,800. That's just off your studio cut. Now, studios won't pay for everything. They just won't. They'll get you your bare essentials that you need. All right, that being Vaseline, kitchen roll, general miscellaneous things that you'll need, tongue dispensers and stuff like that. All right, so you'll get all that. But what they don't generally pay for is your needles. And the needles that we are going to talk about for this is cartridge needles, since they are pretty big at the moment. You do have people using regular bar needles, okay, the old school needles, and they're still using core machines, and they're still using a non-cartridge machine. And in that case, things are going to be a little bit cheaper. But for the vast majority of artists I know these days, we're all using cartridges. It's the best system to be using. Let's say you have 10 needles in a box and you use 5 different needles per client. So at 2 clients per week, using 5 needles per client, that's 104 clients per year. That comes to 520 needles used, which is 52 boxes of 10 needles. Now I've said 10 because again, that is the lowest that you can get in a box of cartridge needles. You can get boxes of 20, but for the video, we will keep it the base lowest that you can get. On average, every box of 10 is roughly around £25. So now we take that 25, we times that by 52, that gives us £1,300 spent on needles just in 1 year. But that's not all, dudes, all right? Now we have any inks that we might want to buy, or any miscellaneous things that we specifically like using. So let's say we like using a specific type of tongue dispenser, or a specific type of processed butter, or something to that effect. All right, say it's something that we like and that we choose to buy. So let's say, for the sake of argument, you spend another £500 on all these things that you like to buy, including your specific ink sets or your specific type of brand that you like to buy. All right, an ink set, you can get an ink set, let's say for 300-400 quid. So you might be spending more than 500, but let's say for the sake of argument, you spend £500. And then what happens? You want to buy 2 new machines. 2 new machines is what the average is, probably around about £600 here in the UK for 1 machine. So if you buy 2 machines at 600, that's 1,200 right there also. Now with that 500 and the cost of those machines, that brings your grand total up to £1,700. So to summarize, you've made £20,800 after a studio cut. Then you have spent £1,300 on needles and £1,700 on everything else. Now your £20,800 has gone down to £17,800 after you've bought all your things and paid your studio cut. So that is your grand total, £17,800. That leaves you £17,800 to pay for all your house bills and all your household items and any of your luxuries. Now, specific to UK tax laws, you can claim back some expenses when you've hit the self-employment bracket. However, I'm not going to go into detail about tax. It is too specific to an individual to go into. So I'm just going to leave that well alone. Please, please, please do not get me wrong. Some artists will be charging way more for tattoos. Some artists won't have a studio cut and some artists will definitely 100% be avoiding the tax man. So they will be making some serious bang. But when you as a client are coming to your artist saying that you are earning £400 a day, £500 a day or whatever, thinking that they must be making bank, you are sadly mistaken, and the majority of tattoo artists really are not making any bank at all. Now I also know what you're thinking. Oh, what I'll do is I'll become a tattoo artist, I'll set up a studio and I'll charge all my artists 50% and then I'll be making bank. Again, wrong. A smart business owner will invest that money that they have earned from their artists back into the business, so they won't see that money. And then even then, if they are earning that much, all right, they're going to start hitting a VAT bracket and a 40% tax increase, I think it is, or something like that. So again, if you're an artist and you're thinking about getting in and wanting to have a studio just so you think that you can make money, dudes, that's not how it works. It does not work like that. So what have we learned on this brilliant short video? Tattoo artists do not earn that much. We are not rich. This job will not make you rich. And in a regular job, you can earn more money than we do. I've done this based on all the lowest numbers, and it is all subjective to the individual. But at least I've given you some idea into what a tattoo artist earns based on the lowest. All right. You can take that, you can run with that and make your own bloody decisions. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to advise you that if you think you are coming into the tattoo industry to make money, no, you are not. And if you are a client and you're watching this, we are not rich. And odds are you could possibly make a lot more than we do. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed that little insight. Really short video for this upload. Please head over to my other tattoo tips in the playlist. There's a lot more videos. Some of them, again, not great quality, but the information in there is pretty good and I think you can learn something. If you have learned anything from this video, please drop me a sub. Please like the video, please share out the video, turn on bell notifications so you get notified when I do another video, and keep coming back, guys. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Adios.